Hi friends, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday the 22nd, making this not only the 4th week I have been an official horse owner, but I have also just about reached the 1-month mark, which is absolutely wild. This week was quite a doozy with so many new experiences to cover, so without further ado, let's jump right in. First things first, we had not 1, but 2 vet visits out this week. While my horse has been visited by the vet before for his first round of vaccines, this was my first time meeting them, and as has come to be the norm for me, I was pretty nervous. I was haunted by the memory of his less than stellar farrier visit a couple weeks ago, and I was so afraid of a repeat scenario. But as soon as the vet and her assistant arrived, all my worries melted away. They handled him with such care and patience, showing him the needles and working through it with him slowly to allow him to take in as much information as possible. And while he wasn't thrilled with the needle, he didn't spook or bolt either. I felt like such a proud mama watching my boy take all of his boosters like such a grown-up, and I couldn't be happier with his behavior. But of course, it didn't end there. During his visit, we decided to schedule him for his first ever teeth floating appointment 2 days later, and once again, my stress levels went through the roof. While I'd seen videos of teeth floating before, I've never witnessed it in person. And not only that, I was worried my boy would be wary of the vets after his last encounter with them. But as usual, he proved I had nothing to worry about. The sedative kicked in quickly and the vet went straight to work. For anyone like me who's never experienced a teeth floating procedure before, I can assure you seeing the devices they use are really intimidating. And it's hard not to feel guilty seeing your baby all drugged up, but I knew he was in good hands, and I even got to peek inside his mouth and take a look at his chompers. Fortunately, he doesn't have any wolf teeth to deal with, but he does still have baby teeth. One of them even wiggled, and I can't help but hope I'll be around when it falls out so I can collect it as a keepsake. Is that super weird? In any case, he was super brave during both visits, not to mention he also got his first round of dewormer, so he's ready to go. Falling asleep? Are you? Yeah. It's okay. Because he experienced so many new things this week, I wanted to keep his training fairly simple and continue to review things he's already learned. However, on Friday, my trainer decided to go a little outside the box in that she wanted to try a saddle on him. Now, this wasn't a breaking session or anything crazy. Clearly the saddle is way too small for him and he's not ready for that. But he's taken so well to being desensitized to the saddle pad, she wanted to step things up a bit. And wouldn't you know it, as if it's a surprise at this point, he did amazing. I'm so proud at how easily he accepted the saddle with no fear or spook at all. More than anything, he was curious, and he didn't mind at all when she cinched him up either. Keep in mind the round pen is not his favorite place to lunge, as he tends to get kind of bored, but despite that he gave no fuss when asked to move his feet. He looked so cute walking around with that little saddle on, and I'm even more excited now to get him officially started after we move. When he transitioned into a trot, he didn't blink an eye, and he took it all in stride. At least, until I turned off my camera. Literally about 15 seconds after I shut off my phone, he decided to give his best bucking bronc impersonation, snorting and bucking and throwing the hugest temper tantrum you've ever seen. Of course, I missed absolutely all of it on film, but sometimes I think these horses know when we're watching them. Don't worry, he was totally fine and he calmed himself down in about 30 seconds. My trainer explained that it's common for young horses under saddle to act up at the trot because they expect the saddle to slip away and then get surprised when it doesn't. But after he regained his composure and she readjusted the saddle, he completed 2 more rounds of the trot before finishing up for the day. What a rock star. This was such a crazy week for me and my big guy, and I couldn't be more pleased with how he handled everything. I feel like I saw so much of his true personality with everything he experienced, and I love learning more about who he is. Hopefully it'll be a while before he has to go through so many scary things all at once again, but when he does, I'm confident he'll be able to handle it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week.